I always went to church as a kid, and it was just kind of something that I just always did. The older I got, the more I really started to question things. Kind of turned my back on the whole thing. I had that idea that if this is what it looks like to be a Christian, I don't want to be a part of it. And I kind of went off and did my own thing, and that's where a lot of my life just completely fell apart. It had a good severing between my parents and I. And I jumped into the first relationship that I could get into, which was the biggest mistake of my life. Ended up walking into a situation that turned extremely abusive. Shortly after he and I had gotten together, my grandfather had passed away. I had gone back to Arkansas for the funeral, and like all hell broke loose within my family, and because everyone found out that I was living with this guy, and it was so bad that when I came back from that funeral, I had a message left on my phone from my mom saying that as far as she was concerned, I was no longer a part of the family and she could care less if I were dead or alive. And that was the moment that I quit paying attention to anything, and it progressively got worse and worse and worse, to where it was pretty much on a daily basis. It was almost like something in him completely snapped. If I would make him mad, he would beat the crap out of me, and then he would turn around and punish the kids, and then he would throw it all on me, like, look at what you did. If you hadn't done X, Y, and Z, this wouldn't have happened. And I confronted him on it, and it turned extremely bad, very, very violent. He ended up going out and getting a video camera that he put up in the apartment, and when he was gone, all three of us, myself and his son and his stepson, would have to stay in 3 separate places in the apartment. I tried leaving one time and he came home early and caught me, and I didn't try it again, and I will regret that for the rest of my life. His stepson ended up dying at 7 years old, and I ended up with a 48-year sentence. So my time coming into prison has been very broken. I had reached a point where I finally just said, you know, God, if you were there, you would have stopped it, or you would have done something, or you would give me some sort of peace, or you would give me guidance, or you would give me something, and you haven't given me anything. And I feel like everything that I was brought up in was all a lie, and it didn't happen, and it didn't exist. And a girl that I had known for a long time was one that finally, she started bugging me, let's go to God Behind Bars, it's this church service. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna go. I don't want anything to do with any of that. And she kept pushing, and finally I was like, okay, just so that you'll shut up, I'll go. And everything goes dark, and praise and worship starts, and I just started bawling. And I didn't even know why I was bawling. I just had completely lost it. And it was like this moment of, I had never felt the presence of God like I did that night. And that was my moment when I knew that God came, I didn't have to go to him, he came to me. And he basically said, you are my daughter and I love you, and that's never gonna change. And I'm here, you've been calling out to me, you've been asking for me, I'm here. And it's never been the same since. I have seen so many things happen and so much restoration within my family, within friends. He's given me a strength in myself that I never would have thought that I could have. He has shown me that I am someone that's important, that I am someone who is worth it,